Today on Spiritual and Self-Care Sunday, we explore something that determines how stable your life feels on a daily basis. Peace, and more importantly, how to protect it. Many people say they want peace. They want less stress. They want clarity. They want to feel more in control of their thoughts and emotions. But despite that desire, their daily experience tells a different story. They feel overwhelmed. They feel distracted. They feel drained. And often they don't realize why. Because the problem is not always something big. It is often something small, repeated, unfiltered, allowed. Peace is not usually destroyed in one moment. It is gradually weakened by what we allow into our lives every day. What we watch, what we listen to, who we spend time with, what we give our attention to. Each of these may seem small on its own, but over time they shape how we think, how we feel, and how we respond to life. This is where boundaries become important. Boundaries are often misunderstood. Some people think boundaries mean cutting people off or isolating yourself, but that is not what boundaries are. Boundaries are simply decisions. They are decisions about what you allow into your life. They are choices about what you give your time, your energy, and your attention to. And these choices matter more than most people realize. Because what you allow in becomes what you carry, and what you carry affects how you live. From a health perspective, this is very important. When the mind is constantly exposed to stress, noise, and negative input, the body responds. Stress levels increase, focus decreases, energy becomes unstable, sleep is affected. Over time, this can impact overall well-being. But when peace is protected, the opposite begins to happen. The mind becomes clearer, the body relaxes, focus improves, energy becomes more stable. This is why protecting your peace is not just a spiritual idea, it is a health decision. It is a lifestyle decision. It is a daily practice. Scripture gives us a simple but powerful reminder. Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Proverbs 4:23. This verse highlights something very important. Everything flows from what is inside. Your thoughts, your emotions, your actions, your direction. And what shapes what is inside, what you allow in. If your mind is constantly filled with noise, tension, and distraction, that is what will flow out. But if your mind is protected, intentional, and calm, that is what begins to shape your life. This is why boundaries matter. They protect what is inside. They help you filter what enters your life. And this does not have to be complicated. It can be very simple. You can begin by asking yourself a few questions. What am I watching regularly? Is it building me or draining me? Who am I listening to most often? Are they adding value or adding stress? Where am I giving most of my energy? Is it aligned with where I want to go? These questions create awareness, and awareness leads to better decisions. From there, boundaries can be applied. You may decide to limit certain conversations. You may decide to reduce time on certain platforms. You may decide to spend more time in environments that support your growth. These are not extreme changes. They are intentional adjustments. And over time, they make a significant difference. Peace becomes more stable. Focus becomes stronger. Life becomes more aligned. And importantly, consistency becomes easier. Because when your environment supports your peace, your habits become easier to maintain. This is where many people struggle. They try to build discipline without changing what surrounds them. They try to stay consistent while constantly being pulled in different directions. But when boundaries are in place, the environment begins to support the outcome instead of working against it. Peace is not something you find once and keep forever. It is something you maintain, it is something you protect, and it is something that grows when the right conditions are created. Boundaries create those conditions. They help you protect your mind, they help you protect your energy, they help you protect your direction, And over time, that protection becomes stability, and that stability becomes progress. So as you move forward this week, keep it simple. Choose one area, one place where you can apply a boundary, one thing you can reduce, one thing you can protect, and observe the difference. Because peace is not accidental, it is protected.